at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He will wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you're born. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Good morning, everybody.
OGEbeats.com.
Krishna, Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus. Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga. 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda,
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Purchase your tracks today.
Turn your microphones on. Chant some japa.
Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare Hare, Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama
Rama,
Hare Rama.
Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare Hare Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare,
Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Shri
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Rama
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Hare Krishna Chaitanya
Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Krishna
Chaitanya, Shri
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Hare Krishna Chaitanya
Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Shri
Prabhu
Krishna
Nityananda
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Shri
Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Prabhu
Krishna,
Nityananda
Shri Krishna,
Hey, Hari Hari,
Srivasa
Shri Krishna
Pati Gaura
Chaitanya,
Bhakta
Shri Krishna,
Jaya
Hare
Sri
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Prabhu
Hare Krishna,
Nityananda
Krishna
Shri
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Chaitanya
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Srivasa
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama
my
Rama
Lord
Rama
Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama
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 Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare.
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare
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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare.
Rama Rama
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Hare Rama Hare
Shri
Rama
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Hare
Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Shri Krishna
Ram
Chaitanya,
Ram Hare Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Chaitanya,
Ram Hare
Shri Krishna
Ram
Chaitanya,
Ram
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Chaitanya, Shri
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Ram
Shri Krishna
Ram
Chaitanya,
Ram
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya
Jaya
Sri
Jaya Shri
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya
Jaya
Jaya
Nityananda,
Nityananda
Jaya Shri
Jaya
Advaita
Sri
Chandra,
Advaita
Jaya
Chandra
Gaura
Jaya
Bhaktavinoda.
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya
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 Sri
Shri
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya
Jaya
Jaya
Nityananda,
Nityananda
Jaya
Jaya
Shri
Jaya
Advaita
Sri
Chandra,
Chaitanya
Jaya Gaura
Jaya Gaura Bhakta
Bhaktavinoda.
Vrinda
Phew. It's amazing, this whole thing. Wow.
Wow.
Mute your mics, everybody. Govinda. Okay. So this is page 488, Majikanda 2021. So Shukadeva Goswami, most dear. So actually, Lord Caitanya is teaching more about. He's using the Devananda Pandit pastime to teach more about the intricacies of who is a devotee and what is a devotee, and what is the glories of devotees, and the Srimad Bhagavatam spoken by a real devotee, who have real devotion. Yeah, I was realizing this morning how, like when Haridas was whipped in 21 marketplaces, and in the 21 hours of ecstasy, the Lord revealed it and said, Haridas, it was me that when you were getting whipped in the 21 marketplace, I put my back on your back and I took the whippings. And I realized that's exactly how it is. That's how it's been for me. It's like the Lord, even being in this world, He's taken my sufferings away. And it's always been this relationship. The Lord takes it on. And that's what I'm sure people that have gotten the shelter here know what I'm talking about. The Lord is taking our sufferings away just by this relationship. And people are suffering because they're devoid of this relationship. And that's why you need that. It's the devotee who actually has this relationship that has the power to give it. Jesus had this really intimate relationship with the Lord. He had the power to share it with others. The real associates of Lord Caitanya also have this genuine, authentic, real, very real, transcendental relationship with the Lord. And they have the power to give it also, which is shown here. I mean, proof is in the pudding. People are getting it here. You guys, you didn't laugh and cry and choke up when you read these books before, and tears come to your eyes like this. So this shows you this works. This is the way. This should be everybody that has any intelligence or logic should let me go into Krishna consciousness where I can get a genuine relationship with the Lord as quickly as you guys are getting. And that's not just not happening the other ways. That's a very slow way. And still, ultimately, in some lifetime, you're going to have to meet the devotee who has the power to bestow the relationship. That's why it always works like this. When you're ready to have this finished, you meet the bona fide guru. Now, if you didn't get it with Prabhupada, and most didn't get it, didn't understand what you could understand here, you can finish it. You can get this relationship with the Lord where He'll take away all your sufferings like He has ours. But you have to follow the process. You have to listen to the right person. You can't listen to inexperienced persons who don't know the way. Like when Philip said, when Jesus said, you know the way now, everybody. Philip said, wade back into the kingdom. Where's the way? See, he didn't realize that Jesus was the way. The devotee is the way. The authorized messenger for the Lord is the way. There's no other way. That's Guru Tattva in a nutshell. This chapter 1 of Adi Leela that nobody understands after 50 years, reading Prabhupada's books or acting as a big guru or something. 50 years, they still don't understand the simplicity of this, the truth of this. And then, because if you hear it here, you'll see, you can apply your logic, to all these examples. And you see how it always has worked that way. The Lord sends His intimate associate. That's why He came as an intimate associate in that mood. That's why Nityananda came as an intimate associate, right, of the Lord. That's why the followers became intimate associates by the mercy of those personalities. And they got the power to give this to others when you become an intimate associate of that person who becomes your guru, your spiritual master. Remember yesterday you read Who is the father that Lord Caitanya asked the father of a devotee? And the father said, well, actually, my son is my father because through him we attained ecstatic devotion. See? And Lord Caitanya said, yeah, that's true. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. I mean, people need to get this. You got to go through the narrow gate. I mean, how hungry are you? How greedy are you to attain Krishna? It's possible in this life. Very, very probable. Unless you're a real slow learner, like we got some slow learners, I have to kick them out for a while. They just don't learn after 5 friggin' years. Stubborn, they won't take the mercy of devotees. They want to blaspheme, criticize them, and they got to put them out in the cold. Let Maya teach them a little bit. So, but still, they're going to get there, So you got to get a little cold. What are you going to do? Some people are hardened criminals, We'll take them on. I'll take them on. We'll just do the needful. I have to put them outside for a little bit. Let them, it's sometimes a little austerity. You want the, just don't be nice to the devotees here. Then we'll have to, now you go into austerities. Go out there, eat some unspiced khichdi for a while. Right? But I don't reject anybody. No, we just do the needful, whatever is needed. Teach the lesson. That's the point. I don't have to reject anybody. Nobody. We'll just do the needful. Maya and I work together, right? Then you're also getting, understanding these things now. Good cop, bad cop. Yeah, so this is it. You want your troubles out there? Hey, world. Hey, Vites. Hey, ISKCON. You put your hand over your heart. Is anybody still feeling trouble? Be honest. Do you want to be with devotees who lack troubles because the Lord is so close to us, lives with us, dines with us? What, you don't believe it? Well, these are the signs. These are the symptoms. You can read it in a book. You can't read it in a book. You can't even understand the book until you come here, and then I'll point it out, and then you'll begin to understand something. Because that's how it works. It's always worked like that. People didn't understand the Bible till Jesus preached it. The Pharisees didn't have the power to communicate the message. Jesus did. Why? Because he was an experienced devotee. He had an authentic relationship with God. Okay? And everybody got it through him, not through the Pharisees. And it's it's always rare. There's always that one rare person that has it. It's not always it's like the Lord comes in with it with 1,000 people, right? Unless he comes by him when he comes in. But still, even then, look, came through Madhavinda Puri, a rare person. And then Lord Caitanya started it. He awakened it. It was by his will. The prema began to manifest. See, and by his order and will, it's manifesting again, even starting with our Sangha. And hey, man, people just going to have to, get with it, because that's what's happening here. The Lord's will is that people get ecstatic love. I'm starting with this Sangha. And if you guys don't believe it, we'll go with the unbelievers. Can you think about it, man? These gurus and sannyasis and everything that you guys are following, you followers, are unbelievers. They're non-believers, and you follow the non-believers into the kingdom? Come on, man. You know what a believer is? We're here presenting the real form of the Lord. The real form of the Lord is this ecstatic devotion. These words, the real conclusive glorification of who God really is and what he is and the real path, man. And people who don't believe in the name of being a guru and everything, sorry, man, they're non-believers. They were the last to come when Lord Caitanya manifested with his devotees. That's why he took sannyas for them. Okay? Took sannyas for them. Okay? And here we just speak the truth. See, this is our way of doing it, man, to humble these people. If you don't see, what is repentance? It's just to admit your faults. Admit that you're not a great devotee, man. You're a non-believer. If anybody does not believe in this ecstasy and this this supreme path that's manifested right here in this Sangha, you're more or less a non-believer, an unbeliever. I don't care how much you chant Hare Krishna, how many lakhs you chant. If you don't like this potency here that's manifesting so profusely here, you're an unbeliever. You're a non-believer. You're a nun devotee. And you'll be a nun. You'll be all alone. None for you. You'll be amongst the no-nos. And the do-do's. Nun devotee. You have to be a nun. You have to go live in a monastery. Go live in an ashram for another 50 years. If you don't believe this, here, we're distributing the gift of prema, man, bhakti, and if your heart burns here, good, you're getting prepared, burning up all your karma that you would have to do millions of austerities to do, which you can't do anyway. So just come here, let all that karma burn up here, being in this fire, and then we'll hose you down with bhakti. Yeah, so that's really the essence. I mean, I know I'm speaking frankly now, and but why not, man? This is our time. Just like the demons, they said, this is our time. Well, hey, you little demons out there, it's your time. It's also our time. So the Lord continues preaching, glorifying the true path. The Srimad Bhagavatam is the literary incarnation of Sri Krishna. And the ultimate goal of Srimad Bhagavatam is devotional service to the Supreme Lord. The ultimate goal of Srimad Bhagavatam is pure devotional service and a real loving relationship with the Lord. But that's transcendental. It's not a superimposed thing where you go, oh, the deity's so beautiful. Look at all the flowers. Oh, I love you so much. No. It's spontaneous love of God, natural to the soul, but the soul has to awaken. It's not human love, not superimposing your human love on the Lord. That is okay in the beginning. But it's now time for the birds and the bees. What is spontaneous love of God? Okay? It's when you're embraced by the Lord suddenly. Okay? And by the grace and by the mercy. See, we're preaching, come get the grace of the Lord, where he'll give you a heart, man. He'll awaken the heart, your real heart. He'll awaken the realization that he's living in there very close. See? And he's activated by pure devotional service, by pure attachment, pure, unpretentious. And you get that through, it's called Bhakti Lata Beads, you get that through the association of his devotee, real devotee. When he is distributing it, when he, like I got the order in 1996. Just like Nityananda got. So the same thing happens. People get love of God now like they got it when they got the order. Even the lowest people. You notice people coming here out of nowhere and getting love for Krishna. What experience did Fanny have with Krishna? I looked on her Facebook thing when I met her. She didn't have one, I don't think even one Krishna devotee friend. And she has more bhakti and more realization than these devotees who have hundreds and thousands of Facebook friends, all with the name devotee. Simply because she comes here where it's real. See, this is that rare place. See, the real, it's what you think the fountain of youth, the Holy Grail is just going to be so easy to find. It's just anywhere and everywhere. Oh, like I learned in the Narayan Raj group, or I didn't really learn. Oh, I learned the opposite. Oh, there's so many pure devotees. Just you'll get love of Krishna from just so many of them out there. Oh yeah, the Holy Grail's everywhere, right? Yeah. Go ahead, drink from all those different cups. And you come here, and then you come here seriously, and you'll see your thirst will be satisfied. Sort of. Then you'll want more. And nothing else. You won't want anything else to drink. It's the only thing you'll want to drink. It's the only thing that'll satisfy your thirst. Once you get the taste for this kind of transcendental blood, it's real life. It's the blood of life, right? Jesus said, you got to drink my blood. That's that devotion. Isn't that his blood? His blood was bhakti. His blood was intimate relationship with a love for that Lord. That's his blood, man. That was his life. He gave his life to us. He gave his blood. I drink it all the time. I like that blood. The blood is the word of God, man. And the love that awakens, the bread is the word, man. And you dip that bread in the wine. Isn't that what he said? Everybody, they dip the bread in the wine. What do you think Holy Communion is? They dip that wafer in the wine. And then you take it. And nobody knows. So they just dip the bread in the wine. Well, I got Holy Communion. No, you dip the bread in the wine, man, and then it has the taste. Nice. Yum. Communion. See? So Krishna's the bread, man, and Radha's the wine. Devotion to Krishna, love of God. All these different words for the same thing. And it's the transcendental experience. That's why it's always excessive happiness in that experience. The Lord, this is where everything is going. You could be a lizard guy, and you come here and we'll get you the ability to dip the bread in the real wine and have Holy Communion. You'll be the happiest lizard in the world. Instead of eating people, you'll be giving them the words of life. A lot of people disappear, every year because these lizards are eating them. We're playing, one who awakens devotion to Krishna, certainly the spiritual master. So simple. Yeah, so simple. It's not one who awakens devotion to Krishna is a spiritual master, but they have to do this, they have to be this, they have to do this, they have to wear this, they have to get the seal of approval. Can you imagine if people say, go Hari, you're awakening devotion to Krishna, but you haven't got the approval of ISKCON or Gaudiya Smita, Gaudiya Math. They don't even want to let you give a class there. So you're not bona fide. You see, like people, this is illogical. That's why the Lord made it simple. No ifs, ands, or buts. One who awakens devotion to Krishna is certain the spiritual master. It's a pretty uncommon thing to have devotion to Krishna awaken, isn't it? See, you have love for me. The Lord Caitanya says, you have love for me. Therefore, I give you my body, my transcendental body. You can sell it anywhere. See, I'm just selling the body of Lord Caitanya. Isn't that what I'm doing? Because if you get his body, the proof is you laugh, you cry. He's inside you, man. He's alive. You're alive. I'm alive because he's alive. He's kicking. You ever heard that saying? Alive and kicking? See, that's how you know. Is Lord Caitanya in somebody? Well, they laugh, they cry, everything because the Lord's inside there. He's living close with you now. You have an intimate relationship with the Lord. You got the Holy Spirit. You got the Comforter. You got the Advisor. You got the Helper. You have the one who takes all your miseries away. Who has something like this? We got the greatest opulence in the world. I'm going to prove to the world we got the greatest treasure in the world. We got the greatest treasure amongst all the devotees. I don't care you think it's too false ego, but it's really true. We got the greatest treasure amongst all of ISKCON, all of Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya Smriti, and even Christians that I see. They got great treasure too if they're ecstatic. Oh, that's good. But if you want everything, you want to go into all the kingdoms, you come here. You can get the key to all the kingdoms, not just have that room with Jesus. And then everything is false. Oh, you think my Lord Caitanya is a false God? Are you kidding? You bring your greatest theologian here and we'll correct everything that they can't understand. I'll prove to you that my Lord is smart. You think your smart TVs are smart? My Lord is a smart TV. He's broadcasting everywhere. Well, not everywhere right now. He's broadcasting here. You're getting the the distorted version through Maya illusion. Distorted TV. Here, we're broadcasting. This is the emergency broadcasting system here. The emerging broadcasting system. Broadcasting the truth and the real new world. A world ordered under love of God. What freedom is that? Man, that's where you're really free. If you have love of Krishna, you're the first free person in this world. What kind of rules do you need, worldly or you're just naturally a good person who wants a good citizen of the universe, doing good work for the world. Who's going to do this work? Who understands these things? Only a person who has an intimate relationship with the absolute truth. See, that's Srimad Bhagavatam. See, literary incarnation of God. The real devotee is the devotee incarnation of the Lord. You put those two together, watch out, man. You got to gonna have nuclear explosion, man. You know what that means? No devastation. Nothing dark or bad or anything. It'll be a nuclear. Everything goes nuclear. You explode life into this world. It becomes a genesis for the true new world. Which is, this begins here, actually. Yeah, we got Srimad Bhagavatam, right? We got some devotees who understand it too. Watch out when you put those two together, man. Maya has no chance. Srimad Bhagavatam was written to dissipate all the darkness in the world. Oh, and especially Chaitanya Charity. Srimad Bhagavatam doesn't bestow a relationship with Lord Caitanya, does it? Doesn't even mention Lord Caitanya. Well, you have to get it in the purports, but it was written thousands of years before Lord Caitanya came. And Lord Caitanya is the latest information of the kingdom of God and the most powerful information. Making access, you read Srimad Bhagavatam, that's why the devotees, they think, oh, I got to be austere, I got to be this, I got to do this. Bhagavad Gita also, a lot of austerities, a lot of difficulties to attain, And Chaitanya Leela shows, there's a simpler way too, like Jesus came, made it more simple. Lord Chaitanya came, made it more simple than that even. If you make the right connection. Yeah, you don't make the right connection, it's complicated. It's very complicated to attain love of God through gurus and spiritual masters and sannyasis and Brahmins who have not attained love of Krishna. Come on, wake up, be a little logical. Well, my guru has love of God. Yeah, did you see it? Did you see the symptoms of it that you read, that I read in the book? You don't read because you can't understand. Your gurus obviously can't convey these things, but my disciples understand these things. They understand chapter 23 are the symptoms of a person who has actually love of God. Where is that? Which guru? You show me which guru has the symptoms when they chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Tears are pouring out of their eyes. They're laughing like madmen and women, and they're just drunk in ecstasy from that name. Let me see a couple of those out there that claim to be guru. What? Is this offensive or just logical and bold preaching, exposing things? There's something there. Of course, it seems offensive because nobody has the power to speak like this. Only a real associate of Lord Caitanya could have even dare to do this, because everybody else is afraid of illusions. Everybody's afraid of false offenses. Yeah. You think Prabhupada is not pleased if I expose illusion? Was he disempowered to expose so many illusions? Why shouldn't I? What charity begins at home? Why don't we expose a few illusions within the movement, his movement, huh? Well, actually, Lord Chaitanya's movement. And if they don't listen, why not come here and get out of that and get the real shelter of Lord Caitanya? Are we not promoting the real shelter of Lord Caitanya? Where's the offense in promoting the real shelter and telling the world, shouting from the rooftops like Jesus instructed his disciples and Prabhupada instructed me? You're doing exactly what I want you to do. You do more of that as my full approval. Expose the whole thing. Where's the offense in that? What, to expose? Hey, if you're a real guru, okay, it's so great. Come here, chant Hare Krishna. You would be happy with this preaching. Don't you want the illusion exposed if you're an alleged ecstatic devotee who has actually got the mercy of Lord Caitanya and Radha and Krishna, and you have ecstatic devotion and you got prema? Only a real guru. I don't know what book you're reading, man. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya chapter 1, and the Chaitanya Bhagavat, all these books say the real spiritual master is the external manifestation of the super soul. Are you that? Are you as ecstatic as the super soul that you read? You don't know, but the scriptures say, yeah, the Lord is full of raging ecstasy, raging happiness, and he has this nature that we learn. He laughs and he cries. He came and showed his deepest nature as Lord Caitanya. He showed the love of God and its symptoms. Are you like that? Or if you're like that, you're a real associate of Lord Caitanya, because his real associates have that ecstasy. And it's not time to hide it anymore. We're here to show the real nature of the Lord for those who want to know. If you don't want to know, go away. Then go hide out there. They're very good at hiding. Maya's very good at hiding the truth. Don't come here where we expose the truth. If you have faith in illusions, don't expect to come here. And when we expose illusions, you get offended. Hey, out there, you my pure devotee guru out there who's not I say, well, if he doesn't have love of God, he's not a real guru. He can't help you very well. He may help you, become a Brahmin or something. You can teach a monkey to follow rules, right? You can train dogs and monkeys to stand up, sit down, if you still think that's all of Krishna consciousness, well, go stay out there, man. Let them preach, teach you, put lots of rules, lots of heavy yokes on you. What did Jesus say? My burden is light and my yoke is easy. See, the yoke, he put a yoke that's not really, yoke they put on bulls, so they can pull the cart. He's saying, my burden is light and my yoke is easy. Come to me, all that are heavily laden. You come to this Sangha and my Lord will take your sufferings away. You're not good with that? Go out there and work your ass off. Go out there and stay in some version of jail, even in religion. You really want your sufferings to go like don't we prove our sufferings are go? Don't we prove we got some kind of bold knowledge here, some kind of real deep information and truth? You come here, you want that, you want to be free, you want to be sovereign. Well, give up your false your ideas that don't work very well. Give up your new age stuff, that doesn't work. Give up your demigod worship that doesn't take your sadness away. Yeah, come learn about Lord Caitanya. Get his association. Yeah, associate with the devotees. Don't think you think you. That's the way the Lord preached like that in South India. I said, yeah, I'm teaching bhakti. You want to know? The Lord presented what we present. That's how you know. You come, you see here, and then I'll point in the book. You see, the Lord would roll into town, into a village, laughing and crying. We roll into Facebook Live because the Lord has given us his association and mercy to distribute to the world, laughing and crying and whatever other symptoms he shows through us. And those who say, wow, I think I want to worship your source, your Lord like that. Yeah, well, this is the philosophy here. Just stay with real devotees. Chant the holy name. Here's the potency. Develop faith in this potency. This ecstasy, welcome it, accept it. See? We'll do the same thing. I'm saying same thing, Lord Caitanya. It's the only way it's preached. You got to plant the tree in this world, and I'm just, we're just doing this now and saying to the world, hey man, accept this potency, accept this ecstatic worship. You see how people rest right now? Don't worry, they're gonna get it. Because this is very real. This is the Lord wants to be known now. So his will be done. It's already done in Vrindavan. We're just here to put it on the earth. Again, the new Vrindavan. Just accept this potency. This potency will take all your miseries away. You'll be the best, biggest shaman on this planet. Who knows all these mystical things. You'll know more than the shamans that take all these drugs and ecstasies. All this stuff comes from Lord Caitanya. He put it all on the planet, and that's only steps for him, ultimately. He's the biggest drug of all. The most clean. Like when I was young, they used to have LSD, and they had Osley white lightning. That was the cleanest you can get, right from the lab. And they didn't taint it with anything. It's only when it hit the street, then they start cutting it with all this stuff. That's what Maya does. She cuts when these great souls like Lord Caitanya here or Jesus are here. When they depart, what do? They start the streets start to get them. It's called religion. They start cutting the pure message, kind of watering it down and mixing it with austerities and renunciations and attainment. The Lord has already attained when you have the real knowledge. The Lord came here to give attainment here of the Lord. He's the gift, and he comes through his devotees now. That's the real line. Real devotees, not fake ones, not wannabe gurus. A real associate of the Lord who's transcendentally situated and proves it and teaches you how to recognize. Genuine. Don't you want the real thing in this world, or you want to be faked out by Maya? Don't we expose everything here? All the fakes and how to tell a fake, how to tell real gold from fool's gold? We don't do that? Don't I use the books of Prabhupada so you can have full confidence? Can you see the ecstasy, how the Lord is pleased with this preaching? People are so ecstatic every day. Look at that. They read and they laugh more than I do even. My God. They got my students get more mercy than I do. I think that's phenomenal. Can't be more proud than that, man. I get a job where my students become better than I am. I love it, man. Thank you, Lord. Proud father, and now friend. Yeah, the Lord is giving me friends now, man. I thought I was going to be alone my whole life. And here, look at this, man. I got a great family. whole world is it's full of garbage, man, and a lot of garbage. People everywhere, just everybody is just tainted with fruitive activities. You can't get a real friend in this world, man. I like on TikTok or something. Everybody's got an angle. You can't, the social media. Everybody's got an angle. There are no real friends anywhere, practically. Everybody's got, so they want to make money off you or something. I try to make some friends on TikTok, and they're all like, they start out, oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, you want to, I can help you in your business. I said, I just wanted to make friends, and you want to do a business deal. And that's everywhere, everybody's got an angle. You know why? Because they're at lack, everybody's in survival mode, especially now. Yeah, come, get my Lord. You get you out of survival mode. You won't even care about the body. I'm amazed. Everybody is scrambling. They want the ones who are becoming awake and see the demons, how they're getting this. They want to put us back into the slavery thing. We are always basically slaves, but they want to, really kind of make it like you're really slaves, man, type thing, and people are freaking out, man. So they're in survival mode, fear mode, anxiety mode, which is a great time to preach. It's a great crisis for that. Come here. And you think they spend all their time trying to survive with their material, to save this body. Well, it's going to go anyway sometime. But what we can do is really save the spiritual body, man. We can awaken it and get it going, activate this. And then you'll get over the fear and anxieties and all that, because who you are, your spirit soul in an eternal relationship with your source, called by many names. And it's very loving, very ecstatic, even in the midst. You notice Bhagavad Gita was spoken on a friggin' battlefield. Well, you think this is any different? This is transcendental knowledge and ecstasy and execution of this on the battlefield. It's a battle. This is World War IV or III, whatever you want to call it. Right now, it's a war on economics, a war on the weather, everything. War on the people. Maya's declared war on everybody now. That's what everybody, unless you submit to her. This is what she's doing now. Now you either work for me or you're going to be really miserable. See? I say you come and work for your own soul by working for the Lord, which is no work at all, really. It's pure happiness. Just take the shelter of the devotees. The Lord says, oh, now you're working for me. This is fantastic. So nice to have a worker like that. You're taking my shelter of my shelter through my devotees. The Lord is saying that's the greatest work of all. See, the works of God. Just come under the shelter where the works of God are, right? Isn't that what the residents of Vrindavan did? They came under Govardhan Hill where the work of God was being done. And anybody that wasn't under the hill, where would they? The rain was coming down, right? The floods, the rain, and everything. But those who came under where the Lord was holding up Govardhan, that's us. That's our Sangha, my friends. Out there, even religion is pelting you. The Vaishnava religion are pelting you with all these rules and regulations and weakness and speculations and all that, and trying to attain Krishna. You're out there trying to attain Krishna, and we're just sitting under the Govardhan Hill being protected from all of this. Is that too real for everybody? It's very true. Is your guru giving you such protection like that? Or are you feeling, the confusions out there and the unhappiness? And are you lining up for your injections, your boosters? And do you have your masks on and believe in the mask? In other words, they can't even get you out of the world. They still worldly think. They believe in the world. Yeah, and we're sitting under the real Govardhan, man, the real pass of the Lord, and prove it every day. you don't see anybody. We come here to sit under the shelter of Govardhan. That's all we do. And the Lord holds up the pastimes of the Lord and protects us, gives us the truth. Yeah, and we just sitting under that hill, having a great time. What were they doing? They're talking about Krishna and Krishna's pastimes, and we do the same. And all is well. Just meet here regularly. Oh, that's too easy? Well, get out there and get pelted with the rain for a while. So this is general preaching. We put out the branches and they go out there and give out free samples like River, and she's more nice, makes friends, shakes hands. We have our representatives out there. They go out there and do that and knock on doors. Govinda's out there making friends, going to Witherspoons, charging up his battery. Is it working out there, charging up the battery and everything? Oops. Oh, is this me? Maybe it's, no, I think it's you.
Testing. Hear me? Testing.
Yes. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I use it very sparingly, just for the hills. It's absolutely fantastic. It's like a chariot driving up into the battle scene, but we're not getting involved in the fight. We're just trying to help people who are wounded. And they're in this mode of ignorance that's so prevalent. And I think it's because the demons have infiltrated religion so effectively. People just hear the word God, they go, oh! They run away. But we're sharing a spiritual science, and people are so conditioned they can't sit. So we're patient, tolerant. I'm learning all those things. But really, there's a lot of people who want it. How Fanny came to this Sangha is a pastime in itself. Listening from the other side of her fence to your vibration of ecstasy and hearing Janaki and the devotees, that is a Lilamrita of an Acharya. Your mercy, Gurhari. Grimberg and Gospels. Grimberg Gospels from over the fence. This lady who was, suffering and, a bit depressed, anxious. She heard this more than hope, just this real vibration from the spiritual world. My gosh. Her family were averse at first, and now they're accepting. Resistance first, then assistance. One by one, as you say, I see it happening. River's doing great service. It really touches my heart. She's going into the hospitals, doing her dialysis. But really, she's going in there to share about you and making friends with the patients. Everyone, bar none. Everyone, bar none. Don't be put off by reptilian bodies or black bodies or blue bodies. Especially blue bodies. Embrace those if you see them. It's great. It's great, Harry. Fantastic. Adventure. An adventure of it's adventurous.
Yeah, we're having fun. It's so it's so real here. It's the real mercy is here, and if people can get it, then if so, that's why at this time is really good preaching, because the world is really in a suffering condition, and it's all under the control of the Lord. It's just when you know that. And it takes the sting out of it, especially when you see, and it drives you into this direction. It's like herding cows, into the right place, where the grass is. Okay, what I was reading here? I was here in the book. So Srimad Bhagavatam is literary incarnation of Krishna. And the ultimate goal of Srimad Bhagavatam is pure devotional service. I'll just interject that. Pure devotional service to the Supreme Lord. It's the ultimate goal, right? Vaidhi Bhakti is not the ultimate goal. We need the ultimate goal. There's no ultimate goal beyond pure devotional service. See? Pure devotional service is the perfection of existence for everybody, universal, because that is inherent in everyone. The super soul is in everything and everybody. See? And so the Maya has taken us away from that, that pure consciousness, that pure relationship with the Lord. Okay? So now, look how close we are. Look how in it we are. Many of us are. So you just hearing this message, you become just walking past the devotee. It's powerful. The Lord considers, devotion. You got darshan of me through my devotee. See, that's the whole point of going to the temple, is get darshan, right? You see the deity and then you go home. Well, when you see a devotee, that's even more powerful, especially if they're in there. Yeah, go ahead. What?
That is exactly it, because as I've shared with you and others many times, I had a beautiful darshan of Gopal Krishna, but I knew nothing, man, until I met you. That's exactly the path, isn't it? Srimad Bhagavatam speaks that my deity is purified after a long time. The washerman got darshan of Krishna, but wasn't attracted. I wasn't attracted. I was the washerman. I had to go out and wander about in the world and get beaten and get to know the path through trying different things.
You just got to find the one that works. Yeah, see, that's the witness program. You find that pearl of great price, which is just the real path that leads you quickly into the kingdom. Otherwise, it's the hall of mirrors in this Maya, man, everywhere. Even if you go to heaven, it's still a hall of mirrors. People, you think, this is it, it's heaven and all that, and then you find out it's not quite it. We'll never find anything that'll match this. There's nothing that is so amazing. There's no this connection with the true Lord, the genuine God, just goes deeper, 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 deeper forever. Narada Muni isn't changing paths, is he? Look, he's still chanting the same name, but that same name is always newer and newer and newer. Unbelievable. This is the greatest thing in the world. I feel so happy and privileged to be able to preach this truth, right in the middle of this Maya, right in the middle of this battle with this Armageddon and apocalypse thing happening right now. Everything. And you can do it. The Lord wants to show that you can get shelter even on the battlefield. Arjuna did. Right on the battlefield. He was so blissed out. And he was doing his service, which was fighting, and he was his arrows and his quiver just kept filling up, and he was shooting them, like music. It was like music there. Just like here, same thing. All this knowledge, all this information are like arrows, man, just shooting. We're at war with Maya, which is not really, it's just more fun. It's more a game, it's a play. You're only really serious when you don't understand what's going on. Look, Vrindavan came here in the form of Krishna and Radha and their associates. And they playfully liberated so many people. Well, they didn't do so many because, the Lord really, he brought Vrindavan, but didn't expose that so much. And he came and killed the demons, and set everything back on religion, that kind of thing. And then he came to give the public devotion as Lord Caitanya, which we give that shelter. Makes it very easy for people. All you have to do is come here, and very easily you'll get the shelter of Lord Caitanya, because he's easy. He's easy. His yoke, you think Jesus' yoke is easy. This is very easy. Even before you're purified, he gives you his association. Fernando, all right. So, The four Vedas are likened to a pot of yogurt, which, when churned, is converted to buttercream, which is Srimad Bhagavatam. This yogurt was churned and served by Shukadeva Goswami, and then relished by Parikshit Maharaj. See, churned. The conceptions of Srimad Bhagavatam was churned by the devotee and then relished by his devotees. His disciple was Maharaj Parikshit. Yeah. So if you don't come into that relationship, then you don't get it. You have to come this way. This is Srimad Bhagavatam is authorized. This path is authorized. If you're not teaching this path, this is some kind of religious speculation. If you're not this path, you got to be a Shukadeva Goswami to make this fly. You got to be like him. You got to be empowered by the transcendental Lord with transcendental ecstasy, transcendental realization. Otherwise, you can't pull this off. Nobody can. He was churned. You got to do this churning thing. You got to be an authorized Vrindavan resident, man. Churn the yogurt, churn the butter, churn the milk, make yogurt. Tasty, right? What's tastier, milk or yogurt? I go for the yogurt. See, it's transformed. You notice yogurt is transformed from milk. The milk, you could say, is the mundane cow. Okay? You churn it and you make a tastier thing called yogurt. Same thing. You come here, we'll churn everything. We'll churn this milk, your milk, and turn it into a yogurt. Be more tasty because it's transcendental. Yeah. So ultimately you have to come. You need the real authentic devotee, and you got to be an authentic disciple. Just submissively hearing. That's the main thing. You could be a bozo if you come here and submissively hear, and it touches your heart, and you become more and more attracted. That's it. You don't have to be any big devotee. You're a bigger devotee. You're a bigger recipient of the mercy than a big sannyasi refuses to come in the door when it's open for them. Can you see that? Can you see how Maya is? Maya makes what is less important or unimportant important. That's what Maya does. And what does a real spiritual master do? They make what's really important clearly important again, to people, to get them to understand what's really important in the world. That's Srimad Bhagavatam. That's this Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Leela. To show you the importance of what's really important. And Maya is always saying, no, all this bullshit, all these lies, all this deception is real important. All these other things, put your attention on this and on this. Your family, spend all day long with your children and your family. When you got any extra time, go on Facebook and then look at all this stuff. And if you got any more extra time, go into this external. It's always external, right? On bodily stuff. All on the material body, all material mind, and get you. So you're totally externally orientated and you're weak. You lost your inheritance. You're in prison. And you come here, we just turn your attention back to the truth. Hey, man, your loving relationship with the Lord is the most important thing you can work on in this world. Being in the society of devotees who have their loving, ecstatic relationship activated is the most important place to be. These people need to hear the truth to be set free. Do you see why Jesus said the truth will set you free? Do you see why, we're doing this, and now you can understand why the truth sets you free? Because the lie is always trying to imprison you. That's her nature. And the devotee who's a preacher, man, they have the nature to uncover the truth. What is Srimad Bhagavatam? I'm going to read this book, Srimad Bhagavatam, and it's all about, my whole life is about following rules and the regulations. Well, you already done that for long enough. So now let's come and hear the deeper truths. See, instead of misdirecting people more or less, we redirect people into the right direction, ultimate direction. Just cut to the chase, the essence of the truth. That's it. That's what people need to hear now. Otherwise, all this, you just split. All your consciousness is split all over the place. You got no life. You're jerked around by all this material externals out there. Your consciousness is all out there, and you got nothing inside. See how the world is, and it's getting more so now to weaken people. You come here, you get strong. I'm a bozo here listening ecstatically. Yeah, that's it, man. Just associate with the real devotees. They're the real emissaries of the transcendental Lord here. Especially the ones that are not just doing Vaidhi, they do pure devotional service. They worship the Lord unpretentiously, just because it's the most perfect, natural, wonderful thing to do. It bestows the greatest result in executing it and being where it's being executed. See? Otherwise, where are you? Where Maya is executing you? She's executing her path everywhere. And you're getting more or less executed by that illusions. Okay. Shukadev Goswami is most dear to me and fully conversant with the esoteric truths revealed in Srimad Bhagavatam. You see how that's Bhagavad Gita 10:10 in another way expressed? Shukadev Goswami is very dear to me. Therefore, he's conversant with the esoteric truths. See, people should ask, is Gaur Hari Das conversant with the esoteric truths, right? Is he like that? Is your guru out like that? Is your sannyasi you're listening, believe in, that's going to deliver you? Is he conversing with the esoteric truth? Or is they just telling you all these rules, regulations, externals, varna, ashram, dharma? Is that esoteric truth? Or is this esoteric? You come here, you'll see you'll see how different this opinion is. How different it is from everything but the real Bhagavatam. How precise it is like this, but it's so different from all that religion out there, the old-time religion out there. And all these religious leaders, very different from every one of them. You notice? That's why it's weak, and this is strong, because this opinion agrees with the conclusion. I'll point it out. You see? Esoteric. Yeah, you get nothing but esoteric, the essence. When you read all these things and you see this preaching here, what does that mean? Yeah, this book is the literary incarnation of the Lord. And if the Lord is living inside, the transcendental Lord is awakened inside a real devotee, you'll hear the real essence of the book preached to you. And then you're liberated just like Maharaj Parikshit was. You notice? That's why you got the result. Many of you are experiencing the liberated result of Maharaj Parikshit, and actually much more because of the incarnation of Chaitanya. You got much deeper bhakti than that. It's interesting how the word cute is in execute. That's right. Come here and you'll find how we execute. See, and relished by Parikshit Maharaj. If you don't relish the conclusive esoteric truth spoken by a devotee, then then it just doesn't work. But if you do, you're very fortunate, because that goes on forever. And then you can even read the books, just like some of the devotees who they read the Chanting, Bhagavad Chaitanya, and they can relish these jewels, this treasure. See, Shukadev Goswami is most dear to me and fully conversant in esoteric truths. Bhagavad Gita 10:10. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the esoteric truths. I give them the real knowledge. See how you interchange those words. Esoteric truths, real knowledge, deep knowledge, the essence of truth. I give them real understanding. See, real understanding. What is the real goal of life? Where is it all going? Real understanding. Oh, yeah, wow, this is so amazing to relish these verses, Lord. See, that's real understanding. Otherwise, you got fake understanding. Oh, wow, life's all about rules. See, religion. Oh, yeah, just let me follow the rules. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me avoid this. And see, so that's not the esoteric truth yet. So, Shukadev Goswami is dear to me, okay, and Bhagavatam, which is replete with descriptions about my absolute position. See, absolute position. All these descriptions, we must submit to the absolute position of Krishna. Now, what does that mean? What's the esoteric truth about how people say, yeah, well, we're submitting to his absolute position, right? Millions of devotees out there. They say, yeah, well, we submit to Krishna. Are you really? Fully? Do you understand what the ramifications of submitting to that position? What is his position? Okay? He's in love with his devotees. His devotees are transcendentally in love with him. And this is a transcendental experience. That's submitting to his position. His real devotees present the conclusive truth, esoteric truth to you. How do you receive it? Are you submitting to that, or are you submitting to the speculations of religionists and illusionists? That's how we expose the hypocrisy. You can overcome hypocrisy just like that by hearing from a devotee. You lose that quality of hypocrisy because you found the truth and you adhere to it. You overcome hypocrisy easily. Otherwise, you'll never overcome. Lies and twisted speculations are presenting to you over and over again, and you can never get over hypocrisy until you hear from a real devotee who gives you the conclusive understanding that they understand. Esoteric, very deep, mysterious. And you get it through hearing. See, and then you overcome the hypocrisy. What? How are you a hypocrite if you believe in the real Lord, especially when you preach it? Hypocrite is saying, oh, I love Radha and Krishna, I love Lord Caitanya, but you don't know them. Ooh, you don't know the Lord that you're worshiping, and you go against those who know him. That's hypocrisy. Anybody against his Sangha, there's hypocrisy there. What? You're saying you're worshiping Krishna, but we're worshiping Krishna. We're worshiping the real Krishna. We're exposing the real Krishna to the world. We're relishing the real Krishna in the world. We're showing the real path, which is prema, the relish of Krishna's transcendental conclusive truths. That's Srimad Bhagavatam. Go ahead there, Lalita.
Yeah, talking about I love Radhe, I love Krishna, talking about my relationship with the Lord. Well, tell me, how does he reciprocate to you? How do you know that you have relationship? How do you know it's not one direction? How does it show up that you are close to him?
Well, you know how it shows up that they're not is because they don't accept your ecstasy. They don't accept the understanding you have from worshiping the Lord in there. That's how it shows up that they don't know.
That's what I mean, of course.
Yeah. See, so the devotee is the standard, the one who has received the mercy of the Lord. That they're the light in this world. That's why Jesus said, "You are lights in this world," because they accepted him. They accepted the real light. They accepted the confidential devotee. They heard the esoteric truths, and were purified by them. And they became empowered by the same spirit Jesus was empowered by. Just like you guys. You notice you're empowered by the same spirit that be of your guru. You've accepted, oh, Gohar, you're our guru. And we accept your word and we accept your ecstasy. And that proof is you got it. The Lord has accepted you into his transcendental service. Tell me a more glorious destination than that. Tell me a more glorious attainment than that. And you got it as a gift just by being here and accepting the path of ecstatic love. And they don't get, because they don't simply accept the path of ecstatic love when it's presented. Okay? And whoever does, if anybody in those folds out there listen to this message and you just simply accept this association that we accept, you'll become as protected as we are. You'll become as ecstatic as we are. You'll become as free as we are. You'll become as inspired as we are. You'll become as happy as we are. What? It was not enough here for you? Come under Govardhan Hill. We lift it up every day. The pastimes of the Lord are here. The conclusive truth is here. We feel very ecstatic being under this hill. We'll show you. We'll show you how ecstatic we are being under the real Govardhan Hill. I don't have to, have this worship of Govardhan Hill with all the food you got to make. They got to make all these preparations, and oh my God, man, and then they still don't know what is Govardhan Hill. We just come and sit under the hill, man. Krishna lifts it up every day for us. That's what's happening. I come here and I a lot of times I wake up, and you know how it is. You wake up and groggy and all this. I come here and I come under Govardhan and Krishna lifts up, hips the hill. There we go. See? That's it. No, I'm not saved by my own glories and how great a devotee I am and how austere I am. Well, you all know that. That's not true. That's not that way. I have no reputation to save, no reputation to defend. You can say, yeah, Gohari, he's nothing. He's not even a devotee. Yeah, you're right. I ain't nothing, man. But I come and sit under Govardhan Hill, and I teach people how to come in. Just come where I am, man. Come under the hill like me, and you see how good it is, right? That's all, I ain't anything special, neither are you. So, hey, isn't that great hope? Man, everybody else, Narayana's teaching you to get this shelter that we have already. You have to go many lifetimes because you got to be a superstar devotee like him. You got to be great like him, right? They're basically saying, yeah, you see me, I'm austere. I had no material desires. I heard the preaching. I was a year and a half listening to it. And they don't get this. None of them, not even one. All they get is a lot of austerities to do, a lot of fasts to do, lots of rules to perform. And what do? We just come sit under the hill and just have a great time, pass our time under the hill, the pastimes of the Lord, the esoteric truths. Everything we read in the Bhagavatam becomes our living reality, and we preach that to the world and convince them. You'll see, man, you ain't going to find any. You come here for even a week. I'll prove you never heard preaching like this. This is inspired by my Lord, man. And my Lord is very inspiring. very clear, very clarifying, very logical. There's no logic like this, and very ecstatic. Oh, what shelter my Lord gives you can give you. Otherwise, you want Klaus Schwab as your Lord? You want one of these gurus as your Lord that doesn't have this kind of benefits? How you like the full benefits? You get full benefits. You ever work? We work for a corporation, and you get all kinds of benefits, man. And freedom from the cycle of birth and death. That's the chunk change. That comes automatically. Oh, feeling Brahman, bliss, and liberated? It just comes. They don't even think about that. Freedom that your body won't die? You don't even think about that. It's like, this body, it's going to go. I mean, God, who, it's just meant for preaching. This is just a diving suit. You have a diving suit, you go in the water, and then you can move in the water and maybe catch some fish and bring them out onto the dry land. That's all we're doing. I feel I'm just in a diving suit, man, in this dark place, man, and catching some fish and putting them on the land of Vrindavan. That's all. You got to find merciful fishermen, Yeah, exactly. Perfect point. Anyone who is genuinely in love, somebody read that.
Okay, I thought Yamuna would read it, but okay, yeah, exactly. Perfect point. Anyone who is genuinely in love with Krishna would embrace this preaching because it's illustrating in great detail the very picture of ecstatic love.
Yeah. See, conclusive truth is the real picture. Yeah, people trying to find what is the real picture of Lord Caitanya. They're trying to find some physical picture. What was his real picture? What did he really look like and everything? But even if you saw a picture of the way he really looked like, you still might see him. A lot of people saw Lord Caitanya, but they didn't have the real picture of Lord Caitanya. They had another picture. Even though they saw him, they didn't have the real picture. You don't have to see his physical form. You have to see his internal form, which is the conclusive understanding. That's his real form. See, the literary incarnation of the Lord as he is. That's why the book is here, so that we can see the real form of the Lord. So if you're a devotee, Bhagavad Gita 10 times, I was always kind of like that. It came spontaneously to me. I just read the book and boom, ecstatic devotion awoke in my heart. But how many are like that? See, and then when that happens, then you look at the book and then you see everything. And you preach that to the world and liberate whoever will believe in your preaching. Liberates them from the misconceptions. See, misconception, you miss the conception. Isn't that interesting how that word is made? Misconception, you're missing the real conception. It makes you miss it. That's called an illusionist. They create an illusion. See, that's religion. They cause you to miss the real conception of Guru Tattva, which is the door to Govardhan, to sit under the hill. And receive that mercy and that grace to sit under the hill. What do you think there, River?
So many things. So many things. So many things. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good.
So, as a devotee said today that, oh, hey, Jan. I don't know. It's like when I go to the
don't force it. You know, don't force it.
no,
It's either
it's
it's
something
either
that
coming.
Govinda was saying. I really feel excited going to the hospital because of I can preach. I can just be friends with them, you know. And as I'm friends with them, I can just speak to them about Krishna. And even if I'm speaking to them, or a doctor, you're chanting, and they're there listening to you chanting. But it's not that. It's I seem to get wounded a lot as well. Many things they're physically wounded, and I don't know if I don't know what's happening there. I seem to be in an actual physical battle with them as well, and in order to have actually got really great relationships with them, really great relationships with them now. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I don't want to have to do what they say, because I have to surrender to them, so they will listen to the chanting. And
Well, you see, that's now you're getting into like, see, that's kind of a
I'm a bit confused. I'm not really saying.
Yeah, preaching is
really saying what I
spontaneous.
mean.
Preaching is spontaneous. It's not a contrived
It's all
thing.
spontaneous. I don't consciously think this.
Oh,
I don't consciously think.
Oh, yeah, it's just a natural
I go there and I preach. I don't preach. I just do my thing. I listen to my class. They do their thing. It's like I'm close with them because they've known me for 30 years. Some of them, they've been seeing me every week for 30 years. So I have that kind of a relationship with them, and they've given me respect because of that. And they listen to me. And I've just realized the doctors are something else. And I don't know. It's I don't know why I keep getting wounded. That's it. When it's not necessary, really. I don't understand if it's not the superficial. I'm not talking about the superficial level of being unwell and the things that happen to me. I'm talking about the lessons I'm learning from what is happening to me. So going deeper beyond, the things that are happening to me. And it seems like I have to always learn like that. And I do. I do learn like that, where I go deep. Okay, this is happening. I'll go deeper into it. And it naturally happens now because of going through the purification, because of going through the squeeze, because of receiving so much mercy from Krishna, from you, from the mercy that comes from you, for being so true and so being so solid in my word, in what I'm doing. My words are confusing Maharaj. They confuse me. I can't speak a sentence because I'm not sure if anyway. And I'm kind of putting this with Ranga as well, and with him being so physically unwell, and actually being physically unwell and not learning the deeper lessons with his sicknesses. I'll give you an example. He has leukemia.
You know what? No. You know what? I don't want to go there. This is getting too complicated and too deep. Maybe privately you can work that kind of stuff out.
Nobody talks to me about it privately.
Well, then talk about it. Then bring it out privately and discuss and work it out. And
I'm not. See, you're taking it in the wrong way, because I'm not actually speaking about the physical material. I'm not speaking about physical and material.
I'm just my intuition. I don't know. My intuition say let's not go there. I don't. It's just. It's getting the mood in another direction right now.
Well, Krishna, I don't understand, Maharaj, because Krishna is everything, and he's with me at the hospital all the time. He's showing himself to me. He directs me to do all of these things, and you're not allowing me to try to explain something that I am confused about myself. I want to understand. In fact, I want to get through this squeeze. Because it's a squeeze, actually.
Yeah. Okay. See, that's the thing. You want to get through something. And
everybody.
Yeah,
Not
that's
for
why
me.
my
Not for me,
yeah,
for
yeah,
everybody.
okay. Well, yeah, for
Because so
everybody,
many
whatever.
people are going through this. You know,
I know.
you
How
don't
do you guys
realize.
feel? I feel like the energy is changing, going into some direction that I'm not really happy with. Are you guys happy with what she's doing? You want? I mean, if you do, I'll just sit here and tolerate it. But my intuition says to kind of move on, and not to get into this. It's just like such an intricate thing, and all that. I mean, I don't
It's
know.
my
What do you guys
experience.
think?
It's
I
just
don't know.
my
What
experience
do
of
you?
life.
So you guys got? What do you think, Lolita? Give me your.
This is always Lolita.
Am I off or something? You know, I don't know.
No, I only don't know yet what she wants to say. That's the only thing. I don't know. She's talking about Rang. I don't know what she wants to say actually.
She wants to work out something. I don't know. Something.
Yeah. Okay.
Ranga's
But,
just.
yeah.
I want to help Ranga, but I can't help him because he sucks me dry.
Yeah.
Won't help me.
Okay. I got it. You know what? I this is just not. Maybe you just got. Lolita, would you mind talking to her about this later? About
No problem.
So there you go. You got somebody to talk. I don't want to talk about it now. Right now, it's getting into this thing.
I will shut up. You can shut me up.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. Well, as I said, you got the opportunity. You can talk with her, and if you otherwise, there's something that you're doing here. You know, so just do that with her. You know, later. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Let's chant for a while, I guess. See what happens. Turn your mics on and let's chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Rama, Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, 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 Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare
Hare Hare
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Rama
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Rama Rama Hare
Okay, I'm gonna end this here a little bit, and then we'll be back a little later here. I gotta
Okay,
do some things. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's play the Fanny song, and whoops.
at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,